to our guarantee of the game presented by AT&T. Arch Manning is a familiar face, but in a new role as QB1 of the Longhorns. Here's what his head coach had to say post-game today.
All in all, like the growth throughout the game for Arch was really encouraging for me. We're going to be fine. Like I said, we got work to do as a team and as an offense. But ultimately, like I'm getting on the plane knowing we're going to be a good football team. And so, hey, we didn't win tonight. That's the life of a competitor. We went for it in a tough place against a good team. But we'll get back on the horse and we'll play good football this season.
Look, it's a nearly impossible position to be in for Arch Manning because had he played well today, he's the second coming of Vince Young in Austin, right? I mean, but because it was a less than stellar performance, the sky is falling. Texas is going to melt down the rest of the season. And you heard there from Coach Sarkeesian that just isn't really the case. I'll start big picture, and then we can kind of hone in on the game, Maddie. But what were your expectations for Arch going into this game, playing in a hostile environment in Columbus, and have your expectations changed after seeing what was on the field today?
My expectations haven't changed. I honestly was ready for him to throw for 350 yards, and I was also ready for him to do what he did today, right? Because I know just how difficult the position is for a young quarterback and even for a veteran quarterback in a hostile environment like that. First game of the year, no preseason football, right, for these college football teams. So you're really kind of figuring out the identity of your football team, like live right there in person. And I think that's really the biggest thing that I heard Sark say, right? He saw a lot of good things. He saw growth from his quarterback during the football game. That's what you want to see. I feel like as Arch continued to play, we saw him move well in the pocket, made some good throws on the run, played tough. No doubt he missed a lot of easy throws, but these are things that I think are easily corrected, right, with just a little bit more experience and a little bit more understanding of what we actually do well as a football team.
Yeah, I think the way that Arch played was exactly what I said in the preview show. His first game, y'all, on the road. He's never thrown a pass on the road against in a true road environment. Like Ohio State, the defending national
champion. Doesn't get truer than that.
No, it doesn't.
Caleb Downs, one of the best defensive players in the entire country. You got Matt Patricia, a former NFL defensive coach who's won multiple Super Bowls on the other side, finding ways to confuse him. And one thing that I noticed quite consistently in that game, Steve Sarkeesian was calling that game very conservative. Right? He wasn't necessarily letting Arch Manning go loose. It felt like he had training wheels on him throughout the game. Some of the play calls, they weren't really aggressive like you've seen Arch Manning before. Last year, what we saw Quinn Ewers do a lot was have 5-yard throws, a lot of check downs, right, to the guys in the boundary. And we saw that early on consistently. But then when Sark would have Arch come in the game, they were really letting it go, and he could throw the ball down the field because he has a strong arm. So I think in the fourth quarter, that's really when it was just like, YOLO, we got to get back in this game. And he started throwing the ball down the field with Arch Manning. And in the first 3 quarters, you see it here, 0 for 5 for throws, 5+ yards in terms of air yardage. But in the fourth quarter, this is where I saw Sark open up the playbook. 4 for 7, 105 yards, a touchdown. And you just saw him get more comfortable, get in rhythm as a quarterback. He was off on some easy throws. 37% off-target percentage for Arch Manning, which is the highest rated by a Texas quarterback in the last 10 seasons.
That's not good,
There were some throws he wishes he could have back. There were some throws that he had where you said, oh, I see it. But that's all a part about developing and being a young quarterback. It's week 1.
It's week 1. You're absolutely right. Go ahead, Sam.
Well, I was going to say, like, for all of the praise that we've given Sark, and rightfully so, because he's built this program to where it is today, it seems like the same issues have plagued them now for the last couple of years, and that would be red zone. That is a big problem. 0 for 2 with 2 turnover on downs today. I mean, they were pretty much on the goal line against Washington 2 years ago in the semifinal. Last year with the Jack Sawyer strip sack. So it just seems like this is a creative offense. There's no question about it. The playmakers for Texas, I think there are some serious questions there as to who exactly Arch Manning is going to be throwing the ball to this year, right?
That would be the most glaring thing to me as I watch this football game. Scoob, you said it. Matt Patricia, man, masterclass, right? Masterclass. I think that he really had Sark a little confused as far as how he wanted to be attacking with his young quarterback. Igbinosun played extremely well. Jermaine Matthews at corner played extremely well. Oh, yeah, Caleb Downs.
Pick two.
Yeah, he's not so bad either there at the safety position.
You want this, you got